Yo, YouTube! Today, this is going to be my first time uploading a full, in-depth haircut video. But I'm not going to show you, well, I am going to show you the full haircut, but I'm going to show you it at the end, okay? But I will be showing y'all how to do a freestyle design tutorial. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like nobody really on YouTube is uploading like freestyle designs. I feel like it's low key kind of getting, it's coming back, but it's not as popular as it used to be. Like back in, you know what I'm saying, like 2010 or in the 2000 early 2000s. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I feel like freestyle designs are starting to get a little bit more popular now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm about to give y'all a tutorial step by step actually. Like as I'm doing the trimmer work and the blade work, I'm gonna teach y'all like different ways how to hold it and how I, you know what I'm saying, finesse the system. But let me quit all the yapping and get y'all through the actual tutorial because I'm over here wasting time and y'all like, come on, like, come on, Mike. If you don't know, my name is actually Micah, but it's Mike on the thing, but it don't really matter. I don't really care. But yeah, let me get y'all through this little side part, and then we gonna go to the back, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I do a freestyle design on the back taper. All right, so starting off, when you get to the back, you always debulk the hair. Do not go into freestyle design using a trimmer and trying to cut your little design. You think you whatever his name is, Leonardo. I don't even know their names, bro. Y'all know what I mean though, but it don't matter, bro. If y'all use them daggone trimmers without debulking the hair, like you need to go home. Like you need to leave. I'm gonna import that clip. You need to leave. Like for real. Cause why is you trying to use the trimmer and the hair is not even gonna go where it's supposed to go? Like it's gonna go all type of. It's gonna have a bunch of wave motions before it even gets to the part where it needs to be at. Like the hair is not even at the level that it's supposed to be at. Like make that make sense. How you gonna? All right, so I'm just debunking it with the 1.5 guard using my big comb. I really need to get another bigger comb so that I'm not like using a comb that has like a parting tool in it. I need to buy me some more, but that's besides the point. I'm going in with the 1.5 guard. I think it's closed. Yeah, 1.5 guard closed. And you see that I'm just, you know what I'm saying, getting that bulk out just like with a lawnmower. You just going down, taking the level down, you know what I'm saying? Taking the level down so the hair look nice. As you see, I think I dropped my comb here. I think I had to grab another one. I don't know what that was, but yeah. So, yep, I'm going in with the 1.5. I should be going up with the open now. Like, I think I'm adjusting this hoodie because this hoodie was a little thick. I really should have took this hoodie off, no cap, because it did affect this cut. I ain't gonna lie, this took way longer than it should have because I'm over here stuck on this hoodie. And I really should have asked him to take it off, but I was, you know what I'm saying, I was just trying to be, I don't even know, but yeah, man. Just grabbing this comb up, probably debulking some more. Yep, debulking it with the 1.5 closed. That's usually how I always start off my debulking process, is going in with the 1.5 closed. That's what Kev taught me. Shout out to Kev. I meant to say that earlier if I didn't, but shout out to him again 2 times if I did already in this video, and I got to go back and crop it. But yeah, so I'm just basically setting that foundation for the haircut. And yeah, man, I'm gonna just skip through this because this is really just me debulking everything, and all it really is just clipper over comb. Like I said, 1.5 guard closed, and yeah, man, I'm probably. Oh yeah, okay. So I'm just gonna blow dry the hair off. That's real important. Make sure all the little hairs is out. You don't want no little hairs in the design, man, because that you want a clean and nice foundation and canvas to work with. You don't need no little hair sticking out on your design, man. So yeah, I'm just setting in my guideline with the trimmers, and then okay, just adjusting the cape. And I'm probably gonna go in with the 1.5 guard because that's the main guard you need to be using for the design to be put onto the actual back of the taper. But here I'm gonna go in with no guard open. So I'm just gonna go up probably a inch guideline. That's probably how high I'm going up right now. An inch guideline, and then I'm just gonna just clean up the bottom of it, and then I just close it up little by little, basically just knocking out that whole like bottom area so I can blend that in. Like whenever I go in to blend it out, like when the design is done, I'm gonna be using a zero guard open, and then we're gonna clean it up with the zero guard closed, and I'll knock out that whole line. But I'm gonna show you here once it gets to it, and when I'm done with the design, I'll get to that. But yeah, man, just going in with the 1.5 open, like I was saying earlier, just getting that foundation set for the design to be placed in. And once I do that, then it's probably, yep, trimmer time. You know what I'm saying? You see I got the Stylecraft trimmers. So this is the first time I'm actually using Stylecraft trimmers on a design. Well, actually, I've used it one time before, and it actually turned out pretty clean. But I usually use the TPOBs. I don't know if you know what that stands for, but the Pissed Off Barber. Basically, it's a whole other trimmer brand. I usually use those because the trimmer on it, like the blade, is actually like super thin. I kind of like the design lines like looking thinner, but and then I just use the razor to make it a little bit bigger. All right, so the first thing I'm gonna say is, man, on these freestyle designs, the key to really doing this, and this is what Kev told me. Shout out to him again, man. The first thing you really gotta understand is you just really putting lines and you connecting them. You put in lines and you're connecting them. Every connection is mainly going to look like a Z. 99% of the lines that I'm putting in, like this slanted line, like all the lines that you put in are going to be 45-degree angles, and they're going to connect and they're going to look like a Z shape. So you see the first line I put in, it's a 45-degree. It may be a little bit higher than that. It may be like maybe 55, 60. But yeah, so basically I'm just connecting it. Like you see, I'm using my corners. I'm connecting the outside of the taper line where the taper line is going to be. I'm connecting it to the outside of that. You see what I'm saying? You see how I'm kind of is turning it into like a Z shape, and all these designs are gonna kind of look like cursive writing. If you haven't noticed, like if you watched like a freestyle like photo, if you've seen like some of these freestyle haircut, it's like a cursive writing. It's like it's a piece of art for real. Like I love doing freestyle designs. It's like probably one of my favorite things to do. But you see, I'm just putting in lines. Like you see, I put what 1, 2, 3 lines, right, to work off of, and this is going to be the base and the format of how I'm going to be connecting all of my designs. So you see here, I'm putting in the third line, boom, and really, I should have probably went up with my 1.5 guard there, so it's not like as shaky right in that area. You see, I'm going in right there because I should have debulked it more. See what I was saying earlier? You can't put a line in. You can't put a line in if everything's not debulked. I'm telling you, it's not gonna work. It's never going to work. Okay, so you make sure you debulk everything else, and see that's on me. But and the rest of I can't speak. But once I get to the end of the video, it's gonna be all cleaned up because I just razor it out, and it's just, you feel me. Sometimes you just make little mistakes like that, and you know what I'm saying, that's just a part of life. You're gonna make mistakes and you're gonna learn. So here, basically what I did, I'm just connecting it. I connected it the slanted line to the other slanted line, and you see it makes a nice clean formed shape. And one thing I forgot to mention that needs to be said is every time you put a line in, I don't know if you seen in the when I was putting the line in, it's like you're kind of scratching the surface with the blade, like you're kind of using it to like do like a up and down like slanted motion in the way that you're putting the line in. As you see, okay, right here, look, you see how I'm kind of shaking it? It's like you making the same motion in both ways, basically going diagonal up and diagonal down. It's a rapid movement. It's a fast movement, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, when you putting in that line, you're going diagonal up and diagonal down in the same area to make sure the line is cleared up and it looks nice. So here I'm just connecting the line and turning it into a Z. Basically, it's just like that. It's as easy as that. I'm using my corners. I'm going up in like a kind of a straight, but not really. It's a little bit higher than like a straight horizontal motion. So when it comes to making these Z shapes, it's really all up to you. Like certain people, make like turn their Z's into like a circle shape, kind of like how I'm doing right here, to where it's like a half circle, and basically like it's going down. Like basically the line that's connecting it is going down, or it can go up. It's just however you imagine it in your head. But I know some people make it into like a wavier pattern, to where like the Z kind of goes in like a wave, like after it connects to the original set line, it kind of like forms off in like a wave shape. It's all kinds of different ways, and I know there's a bunch of people out there with freestyle designs. I even have freestyle design pictures on my Instagram. If y'all want to take that as a reference, you know what I'm saying, feel free to do that. But yeah, man, there's all kind of ways you can really turn your Z into like your own little thing. So it's like it's really all up in your imagination. But the main thing is really just having your line set, your format set, so that you can base that and turn it into whatever you want to turn it into. Because it's not really a wrong way to do a freestyle design. Because technically, if you're doing a freestyle design and it's all just off of like what you're doing in your head, like whatever your mind makes it, that's what it is. Like that's a freestyle design. But if you want like a traditional freestyle design, you know what I'm saying, this is how I'm like trying to teach y'all. Like the format of it is the most important, not necessarily like how you connect it. Now I will say the connection is probably the hardest part, because when it comes down to connecting the lines, it's really based off of what you make it. Like basically like what you're creating it to be. Like setting the foundation is easy because it's just slanted lines. But I will say the like making it into like a Z shape or whatever, like coming up with your own like coming up with their own way of like curving the lines, and you know what I'm saying, making it look like a Z is going to be the hardest part, because that's just based off of what you imagine it to be. And that's why I said like you can look at some reference pictures. Like nobody's going to like, you know what I'm saying, shoot you down for looking at reference pictures. I look at pictures all the time of freestyle designs. Like that's on my feed. I don't necessarily look at it, but once I see it, I'm like, oh, okay. I could kind of, you know what I'm saying, finesse this into how I do my designs. But you know what I'm saying? Yeah, that part is mostly on you. Like I ain't gonna lie, that's not really something you can teach. That's just something you kind of put in your head to like start doing, if that makes sense. But yeah, man. As you can see, I switched over to my TPOBs. I kind of like that more thinner line. So as this design is progressing, it's starting to look more like it's about to be finished. I know I do a couple little things after that I'm gonna explain, but mostly it's pretty much, you know what I'm saying, it's coming together. You feel what I'm saying? It kind of looks clean now. I think I'm using the sabers just to thicken out this line. I kind of like how it thickens the line up instead of the razor always thickening everything. But yeah, this kind of just makes the job a little bit easier on the razor. But I just kind of like to set the TPOBs as the traditional like skinnier line, because I want my traditional lines to be more skinnier, so that when I go in with the actual like sabers, or when I go in with my blade, I'm gonna know exactly like, okay, this is the final product. You know what I'm saying? So it's not gonna be skinnier when I set in the traditional line, just in case I make like a minor mistake. I'm gonna be able to, you know what I'm saying, finesse it, because it's skinny. Like the line is skinny, and you can get it pretty thick, but you can't get it too thick to where it's like, okay, like this just looks like a blob on the middle of his head. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I'm just basically, what I'm doing here is I'm going in and just cleaning up everything with the sabers. I know I set in most of this stuff with the sabers, but the sabers is pretty much just my cleanup tool right now. And until I get to my blade, once I get to my blade, then that's gonna be the final result. Cause then it's like that's actually gonna set in, the permanent effect of the lines that I put in and the actual design that I put in. So yeah, I'm just adding on little stuff that can make the haircut or the blah, blah, blah. Dang, bro, I cannot talk. But the design cleaner. So yeah, bro. As this is wrapping up, um, make sure y'all tap into my Instagram, man. Make sure y'all tap into my TikTok. You know what I'm saying? We trying to run all this stuff up, bro. I wanna end up doing like live content at some point. But this is just my step. We gonna get there when we get there. But yeah, bro. I'm just like I said, connect the lines like I did before. The very first thing I did once I put that traditional line is that I connected the line, his neckline. His neckline is supposed to be at. So yeah, bro, I'm just using my corners. Like I said again, when it comes to connecting, like and making that Z shape, 9 times out of 10, it's gonna look like a half circle shape. And every time I do that, y'all notice that I use my corners to get that half shape look going, because it looks clean every time. And this is me just putting like a little small dot. I don't know if you've seen like those little circles in the middle of a design, but yeah, that's what that is. I'm simply using the corner in a circular motion for that dot. Okay, so now we're at the razor. So you always want to be careful with the razor, and you always want to hold it kind of flat to where it's not going too deep into a skin. Excuse me for the voice crack. Too deep into the skin, and you always want to try to avoid cuts, because the last thing you want to do is have a exposure incident to where your client is bleeding, and you're gonna have to tell them like, oh, that's always the worst feeling. Telling them that you accidentally cut them. You don't want to be that barber that's always telling your clients like that you cutting them and whatnot. You're gonna have to get anti-skeptic and whatnot, bro. You don't want your clients telling your friends like, man, my barber keep cutting me. Like, nah, you don't want to be that barber. But yeah, just always make sure you're holding that blade flat to where you're not cutting anybody on accident. So yeah. So basically the goal is with the razor is hitting the bottom line, and once you get that bottom line, bro, it's gonna turn out really, really crispy, and it's gonna make your design pop out more. So I'm just gonna speed it up a little bit more here, because everything all I'm doing is just hitting that bottom line to every design I do. I'm just hitting the bottom line, and you see my guy Dale, man. Shout out to Dale. He's on his YouTube grind right now, man. I'm just starting up. I gotta catch up with my guy. But yeah, man. Shout out to Dale. He's the owner of the shop, man. Takes care of the shop real good. Keeps it all clean. But that's besides the point. Um, yeah, man. So I'm just basically just even coming to an angle, getting behind my client. You always got to move your chair when it comes to hitting certain angles, and make sure you get that bottom line out to where it's the safest, and you're not in a weird awkward position. You always want to make sure you're in the right position to hit every single angle. Um, and so yeah, man, just make sure you're always moving the chair, adjusting yourself to where you can get the best angle to go with the grain, and always make sure you're stretching the skin out. That's what I meant to mention before. When you're holding the blade and razoring somebody, always stretch the skin, the opposite direction of where you're cutting. So always stretch it the opposite way. Like if I'm going down with the razor, stretch the skin up. You know what I'm saying? So always keep that in mind, because that's the easiest way you can cut somebody. That's literally the easiest way, is not stretching the skin. So always stretch the skin. Um, so yeah, man. As we're getting to the end of this design, man, I hope y'all enjoyed, man. It's my first real YouTube video. I'm gonna say real because this is like not like a short or nothing. It's not like no 10-second video. So technically, this is really my first YouTube video. Um, so I hope y'all proud of me. I know I'm probably sounding a bit shaky because I'm also sick too. So I'm not sick. I'm just getting over like a stuffy nose. But pray for your boy. Um, Hopefully I'll be good and back by the next time I make a video. I really do plan on making a bunch of videos more often. hopefully I can get consistent with this, because this is something I've been wanting to do. Something I've been wanting to do for a long while. I really got to practice on catching my breath, because I feel like I'm trying to talk fast, and I'm not catching up with what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm speaking before I'm really catching up with what I'm saying in my mind. So yeah, but yeah, that's just gonna come with me doing this more and more often. Hopefully, I get more active and more what's the word? More comfortable with talking, and maybe one day I may have a little face cam vid. We'll see, but you probably gonna see my face anyways on these videos. I'm just mainly focused on the actual haircut for the design. So hopefully this helped y'all out a bit. And as we're wrapping this up, man, make sure y'all subscribe to my YouTube channel and support me, man. Support your boy, because I'm really trying to hit some goals, man. Hopefully it can hit what's a good goal, man? Let's say 100 subscribers. Let's say 100 subscribers before next year. Let's say that. Let's do that. Let's let that be the first goal. Is hitting 100 subscribers before we get into the new year. Is that kind of crazy? I don't know. That may be a little bit crazy. Let me tone it down a bit. Let's go 20. Let's go 20 subscribers, cuz I don't even think I got a subscriber on this channel. I ain't gonna lie to you. But hopefully after I put out this vid, y'all gonna mess with me, man. Y'all gonna mess with the videos I put out. But yeah, man, I'm doing the same thing here, bro. Just stretching the skin, hitting the bottom line, bro. It's nothing really too special about anything else in particular, other than just adjusting your body, making sure you get the best angles you can to go with the grain and stretching the skin. So yeah, man, it's just really me just detailing everything up. I'm probably hitting the top line just a little bit too. Um, but the bottom line is really the most important, because that's going to make it pop the best. I want to apologize for not getting the line out on the last haircut. But all I'm doing is using the 0.5 open and just going up into the design just a little bit. And then once you do that, you're just closing up the zero or the 0.5 guard, and you're just flicking out that line that you kind of created once you go in with the no guard open. So yeah, it's really just go up into the design a little bit with the zero guard or with the 0.5 guard open, just a little bit, until like everything's evened out like on the bottom of the design, and then you just flick out that line that you basically kind of create. But I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man, and if y'all want to see more videos like this, make sure y'all comment down below. I'm excited to really start making more videos like this, like I said earlier, man. And yeah, hopefully y'all enjoyed this tutorial once again. I know I keep saying that, but I really do hope y'all appreciate the time I put into making this video. And that'll be it. Leave a comment down below if you like this type of content, or if you have anything you want to add or say about the video. I know I ain't the best design maker, but I figured I'll try to help people out and, get a head start in setting foundations and whatnot. But yeah, man, thank y'all for sticking to the end. And until next time, I'm going to see y'all, man. Y'all be safe out here. Peace.